Good evening. Welcome to What's New. We have, one of our trio is out tonight, so you'll have to look at ours tonight. And we have a guest from the library, which ours will tell you about, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Okay, tonight we have the pleasure of having Bernice Noble as our guest, and she's a member of the Friends of the Library, and she has some exciting announcements for you to keep you updated on what's going on in our St. Genevieve community. So Bernice, do you want to introduce yourself and
Yes.
then tell?
I'm Bernice Noble. I worked at the Ozark Regional Library until October of 2015, and in June of 2016, St. Genevieve County broke their contract with Ozark Regional that had been in effect since the 60s, and we formed our own library. And we've done very well, if I do say so. I am just I wanted to be on the library board, but they wouldn't let me because my granddaughter is the manager of the library.
Oh.
So you can't be on the board if you're related to an employee. So it was suggested to me that I start a Friends of the Library. And I said, why not? I might as well. So I tried that, and we have about 15 members. We've done book sales to raise money, and we're right now we don't have any fundraising events going on, but we're in the process of finding out what the library needs us to try to buy for them. And in the meantime, we're mostly concentrating on bringing programs to the library. We want people to know that the library is just not a place where you go in and check out a book or maybe play a game on the computer. The library is a place where you can go for all kind of educational programs. For example, on Tuesday mornings at 10:30, 3 of our ladies from Friends of the Library conduct a story time for children 1 to 6. We have usually 10 or 15 little toddlers and their mothers and grandmothers come in. And at first we were having our story time in the meeting room in the library, but we kind of outgrew that. So we started having story time in the back of the library, but the little toddlers 2 and 3 would like to wander off for that. So the library board allowed us to buy little fences. So now we got them fenced in, and they have to participate in the whole program without wandering off. But they have a good time. We do crafts and stories and songs. They love the songs. And we make a little noise back there, but the patrons have not complained. They just smile and sometimes sing along with our little song. So it's worked out very, very well.
Well, that's very
Yes,
good.
yes. And we have instituted a program to get technical help for people with smartphones and other computers and tech devices that, you know, older people a lot of times don't know how to use those things. And we have recruited high school honor society students from both Valley and St. Jan to come in on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you have a tech gadget that you need to get some help with, bring it in and test the knowledge of those high school honor society students.
And what time is that again?
6 to 7.
6 to 7.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesdays, we have Valley High School, and on Thursdays we have St. John High School. We also have essential oils class. A lady who's an RN gives essential oils classes, and the next one is going to be Wednesday, January 25th at 6 o'clock. We have Katie from the county extension area that's giving programs every month about different subjects about gardening. She recently completed one with tomatoes, growing and eating and cooking with and all that, history of tomatoes. That was very successful. And on January 31st, she's coming in at 6:30 to talk about berries. The history of berries, the varieties, gardening with berries, everything about berries, cooking, and so on. And she's been doing a wonderful program for us every month. On Tuesday, February 21st, we're going to have Bob Mueller, a local historian. He's going to come in at 6:15 and show people how to use the genealogy resources in the library to research their own family history. A lot of people really want to do that, but they just don't know how to get started. And Bob is excellent at that subject, and he will help everybody get started with that. The health department also has been helping us give programs. Their programs are in the afternoons at 2 p.m. On January 26th, we will have tips to quit smoking. A lot of people made a New Year's resolution to quit smoking, so we want to help them out with that. And so we got a lady from the health department that's going to come in and give a talk on that. On February 23rd, a lady from the health department will speak about heart health and cholesterol. That's another thing a lot of us are concerned with. We are always looking for new ideas for programs and new instructors that want to get out and do something and teach other people. There's a lot of satisfaction in going out and sharing your knowledge with other people. We have a lady tonight, her name is Rosemary Douglas. She gave a program on benefits of bees. We had 18 people at that program tonight, adults and children. It was very interesting. She did some slides and she told about her history in beekeeping and why we should all care about bees, because we wouldn't have the food that we need if we didn't have the bees to pollinate our food, our plants. I try to keep posters all over town, and I advertise in the newspaper and on the radio and on TV of all the benefits of programs that we're giving through the library. Like I say, we're needing new ideas for programs, and we also want to invite anyone who's interested, got a little extra time on their hands, wants to join Friends of the Library. Or we meet the second Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock at the library. And anyone that wants to is welcome to join that and bring their ideas of how to make our library a better place. Thank you.
You do a lot out there.
Yes, we do a lot.
My gosh, I did not know all that.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
That's just kind of what I want to just kind of run down what we're trying to do. And let people know, that your library is, like I say, it's more than just a place to go get a book. We will do whatever programs you want us to do as long as we can find the instructors, to give the lessons. So, it could be like cooking, it could be crocheting or knitting or quilting or just whatever people are interested in.
So how far in advance do you book all your people?
Probably at least 2 weeks, so we can get the advertising out. So.
Yeah, because that's really a good rundown of
Yes.
programs.
Well, there's one I forgot. In March, beginning March the 1st through March the 5th, the St. Francis County Health Department is giving a 6-week course. It's an hour and a half per class on living with chronic conditions.
Well, that's
So,
excellent too.
That's another thing we're doing too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
On your genealogy, when he teaches that, do you have access to the computers there?
Yes, he'll show all the computers. He'll show you the computers, how to use the computers to research your own families. There's a lot of families in St. Genevieve that have already been researched. We have a huge collection in there of all the Project Pioneer families. Down through the years, they put their books out for Jurafet.
Right.
And each year they do a couple families, and we have those records in our library for people to come and look at.
Yeah, that's great because that really covers a lot.
It does, yes. And I don't know, there's probably about 30 or 40 or 50 families there.
We having problems?
Yeah.
Got a little audio problem?
I don't have to start over, do I?
Thank you, Charlie.
Let's keep going.
Keep it going. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you, ladies, for having me tonight. I do appreciate it.
Well, we
And,
sure appreciate you
right.
coming.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay.
Oh, there will be some improvements to the library shortly. The library is changing their hours beginning February the 1st. They're going to be open 10 to 8, Monday through Friday, and Saturday 10 to 6.
Maybe we can get it that way.
And also, the library, the Gary Nelson County Commissioner told me today that they are installing handicap doors on the library.
Oh, well,
That's always been a
wonderful.
problem for us before. The community center had the, push-button
Right.
handicap doors, but the library patrons had to struggle to get through 2 doors to get into the library, the entryway door and then the second door. And the staff was always jumping up to help somebody with walkers and wheelchairs because a lot of the people that come to the library are disabled. So that situation
that's great
is going
that
to be
they're
corrected also, yes. Mhm.
Now, do they still have the copy machines?
They have copy,
Access?
and they have color copy machine now. You can even
Oh.
make color copies. Like if you have photographs or something you want to copy, you can, they have color copies. I think it's 50 cents a piece. They're kind of expensive, but they are available, as well as black and white, for 10 cents a piece, black and white. And,
Yeah, that's very
Yes,
economical.
yes.
Actually, even the 50 cents is
right,
very
rather than having
economical.
special pictures made, yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The staff is very friendly. They're good at helping people. They do what they can to help people that are on the computers. And a lot of people that come in to use the computers, maybe they want to put a job application in someplace or something like that. A lot of employers won't even take your job application unless you enter it into the computer.
Right, right.
So sometimes people come in, have never used computers, they want to get a job, they need help, putting in their application. So they help however they can.
How many employees does the library have now?
They have, I think, 5 or 6. Mhm. But some of them are just part-time.
Oh, okay.
I think they only have 2 full-time employees. The rest fill in part-time.
I think that library is really nice.
It
out
is,
there.
it's nice, and we're trying to do all we can to make it better.
I'm not really a reader, so I don't really take advantage of it,
Mm-hmm,
but I think it's really nice asset to the community.
It is, it really is.
Yeah, and they do have a lot of research books.
They got a lot of
From the
research books.
newspapers even.
Newspapers, they have the newspapers, magazines, and if you want to get a book and the library doesn't happen to have that book, you can request it and they will courier it from another location.
Okay.
And they also have e-books, that you can download to your e-reader or computer or whatever. Audiobooks. Audiobooks are a favorite of mine. I listen to them while I'm doing my housework or driving down the highway. That may be cheating, but I like it.
That's okay, as long as you can concentrate on driving.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I went, several years ago, I was trying to find an ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out, and I was surprised how far back the Fair Play and the Herald had.
Yes, the magazine archives.
Right.
Yes. mhm.
I mean, it was really nice.
As
And
long
then-
as you know about what date you're looking for.
Right, and then Rob Beckerman, he has a lot of research out there
Mhm,
too.
yes,
Because I
mhm.
went through his too.
Mhm. Yes, and they got cemetery records, census records, all kind of things. But Bob Mueller will go into all that when he does his class.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yes, he's very good, yes.
He just gave one at the Duberg Center about
Okay.
the church,
Okay.
the history of the church.
Mhm.
And that was very nice.
Oh, it's fascinating the way he talks about the history of the town. I mean, he really knows it.
Yeah,
Yes, he does. He's very, very good. So we're looking forward to having him come in for that program, and maybe we'll be able to get him again in the future. But that's where we're going to start right now.
Yeah, he has so many subjects that he's good, that he's researched.
Yes,
and
yes.
And very good on.
Yes, he is. That's on the 21st at 6:15.
That's in February.
Yes, February 21st. It's on a
I'd-
Tuesday.
I'd like to attend that,
Yes.
because I'm searching.
Yeah.
Mark that on your calendar. And a lot of people want to search, excuse me, but they don't know where to start,
No,
And another thing that would probably be a good suggestion is when you get like, you know who's coming what week, to put it on Facebook or
Yes.
Instagram, one of those. Is
Well,
that happening yet?
Yes, yes.
It is,
And the
okay.
library does have its own website too.
And is that?
It's SG County LIB.org.
St.
SGC
FGC
Library,
LIB.
LIB.org. SGC LIB.org. They post all the events. As a matter of fact, I just told the tech girl out there tonight of the new events that I have lined up for her to
Okay.
post on there. So they're always on there.
So I'll go there and
Yes.
share them on Facebook,
Yes, yes, yes,
because that would be good.
yes. Oh, also, I go into what's happening in St. John, or what's going on in St. John, and I try to post events on there also. A lot of people, you'd be surprised at how many people read that. What's happening in St. John, what's going on in St. John.
Right. And that's what we try to do with our show here too. is,
Right, right.
People that listen, and I know a lot.
Well, I can't get it. I live out in the country.
Right.
I can't get your
A
station.
lot of people can't.
But
Yeah, it's
sad.
only local.
It's only local.
Local, right.
Mhm.
But I think, according to the people that say so, there's several listeners.
Sure, absolutely. We have a good, a vibrant community with a lot of community involvement. And I'm a member of the community forum. I went to a meeting there today. All the different entities in the county, come in
The
once a
one they
month and
have.
meet, share their ideas on how to make the community better, what's going on, how to make the community better. And St. Genevieve works really hard at, improving the lives of its citizens.
They do.
It's just a shame we can't get some more business places in here.
And I think Sandra really does a good job with the tourism.
Yes. Mhm.
And Sandra Bell is
Sandra
that-
Bell is
she's
the health department manager, director. She helps bring her programs to the library. They did a flu clinic back in November also in the library. And we was running up and down the halls telling people to come in for the flu shots,
Oh, my goodness.
But we gave a lot of flu shots out that day, saved people from having to search later where to get them. So
Right.
we do what we can to help out the community.
So if someone would want to join the Friends of the Library, what would be the procedure
They
for
could
doing
call,
that?
they could call the library, give their name and phone number, and I will call them and remind them when the next meeting is, or they can just show up at the meeting, which is second Monday of the month at 6 o'clock at the library. Next week will be February 13th.
Day before Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good. Because like I said, I was out there reading a lot. And then, I don't know, I got involved in other things and broke away from it. And then I lost my car and
Oh,
I've been
well,
out there.
you'll have to do something about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come out. I thought about that the other day. I thought, I better go back out there and get me a card. Because I hadn't been. But I always had one section, I always went and got books. But it's so nice you can sit down there.
You can.
You've got
A
this
lot of
little
people
areas.
come in and go to the magazine section and sit there for hours and just read. Maybe they're between appointments or something and, and they come out there and relax and read a magazine or some other kind of book that they want to read and, it's comfortable, warm, comfortable place to spend a little bit of
It
quiet
is.
time.
It's real neat.
Yes,
That'd be a good activity for people that have their kids swimming in.
they do. They
Different
come in there
programs, yeah.
and play on the computers and that while the kids are swimming. Yeah.
There's so many programs out there, but I didn't know the library had all those.
Well, it's new. We've just started it, and that's why I'm trying to publicize and let people know of the programs we have and to get suggestions for new programs and instructors to do the new programs. But
So how long have you actually been doing this then? Since?
well, it's probably September, October. Not very long.
That isn't very long.
Well, maybe July. We started in July. We started doing the children's summer reading program.
Oh, okay. And
because.
that's really good, because
That's
kids
really
that
good.
read are
Yeah.
very,
And
very
it gets,
brilliant.
it gets children used to going to the library, which is a good habit for a child to get into. Oh, we got a puppet house there that the kids can play with, and they play with that. And we have the story time and lots of good children's books, so. And a
there's-
place to sit down and read to the children. Yes, absolutely.
That's important.
And a lot of people do. The parents, grandparents take care of their children a lot during the week, and most of the kids at story time are brought by their grandmothers rather than their mothers, so,
Because the mothers have to work
The mothers are
nowadays.
working.
Right.
yes,
I used to read so much when I was a kid. Oh, my gosh.
me too.
That's all I did. We had the school library that I used to take from. Then we had the regular, the public library. I used to go in and get them. And then we had, my grandparents raised me, and my grandfather was a policeman, and so I had access to the basement where they bring all the old books from the
Oh,
schools and
wow.
different things in and store them down there. So I'd go down there. I'd have about 16 books in a week I'd go through. But I just loved it.
Yeah,
And
I've always been a reader too, and a lot of people don't read anymore like they used to. They play around on the computer, but there's nothing like sitting down with a good book,
I read a lot. I got rid of my computer because I couldn't understand the thing and it bugged me.
You should come to
Too
the
much
tech class.
stress, huh?
You're good. And,
Yeah, too much stress. I
well,
just get rid
I
of it.
got me a smartphone, and I'm thinking, well, can dumb people use smartphones? So
Yeah,
anyway,
but-
so I thought, well, let's just start a tech class,
And that was such a good idea. Now, I did hear of that program. I mean, I heard.
There was a
they
big
had been
write-up in
doing
the
that.
paper about that one.
Yes, there was.
Mark Evans, the news editor of the paper, did quite a good spread on that several weeks ago. So, anyway.
Yeah, it's good to have him back in town, too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting me tonight, and I hope the other Mary Ann is well and able to come back soon.
I hope so, too.
We're all having problems right now.
Yeah, we really miss her.
Yes,
She hasn't
absolutely.
been here now for
Absolutely.
2 times. Yeah.
I've known her for many years, so.
She's very active in the
Yes,
community.
she is,
and it's
She is.
probably very disheartening for her to
Yes,
have to
yes.
not
Probably
be
hard
active.
to sit down and keep still, huh?
It is for her.
Yeah,
I would assume.
okay.
She's
Well,
fine.
we appreciate
Thank you,
you coming,
thank you.
and,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Anytime.
Anytime you want to come back.
Oh,
just
wonderful.
Let us know.
Wonderful.
Or send us what you want us to talk about, and
Okay.
we can certainly
Very
do that.
good, very good, very good. Can send you events and things and programs. that
Right,
come.
Yes.
exactly.
And who
Yeah,
do I send them to?
You can get a hold of Mary Ann, or you can have, if Dawn
Mm-hmm. Just call
has
that number there, or just? that-
this 76 whatever.
Yeah, the one that I
Oh,
called?
that you called a couple minutes ago?
Yeah.
Yes, you can call that.
Mhm,
Or just email them to
Or-
Don, and then he
Or
can
email
pass
them to
them on
Don?
to us.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, sounds
That would
good.
work, too.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
And
good
you-
evening.
You have a good evening also.
Don't forget your
Yeah.
purse.
Yes, I need
Oh, that's
that.
ours.
Yeah, that one over there is mine. She can't have that one.
Thank you so much. Good
You're
night.
welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you. Okay. I guess next week, we don't have another guest for this evening, so.
No, we don't.
We're going to have a short show this week, but we do want to tell you that King's Ball won't be far off, and the Art Guild meeting is toward the end of January, the 24th, I think it is, and you can look in the paper for the community bulletin board or community events, and there's always lots of things to do in there. So, and if anybody out there wants to be on our show, they can give a call to any of the 3 of us, or to the City Hall, or to Don Pritchard, and the number is 883-7675 or
I
7.
think that's what it is.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is. So
75.
tonight, we're going to have a very, very limited show, so we appreciate you tuning in and listening to Bernice tell us all about the library. She brought up a lot of good information, a lot of good classes. If I would have knew about a couple of them, I probably would have went to them,
I
but
would
I
have
don't
too.
guess I didn't read the paper very thoroughly, so. We want to thank everybody who's listening to us out there, and we will be back in a couple weeks. So we'll talk to you then.
And
Have a
thank you.
good, have a good evening and Happy New Year to everyone. Good night.
And stay in if the weather gets bad, please.
Yeah, Friday's not supposed to be very good at all.
No, no.
More ice like we had a couple weeks ago.
I
So
didn't
they
get
say,
out,
yeah.
and I'm not going to.